So I asked, how does divine masculine feel about this connection with the divine feminine? And it's so funny that under Queen of Wands, the first card that came out was passion, and what does it say? Passionate, right? Like, ugh, like it gives me goosebumps because every time I do tarot readings, I've been doing it for a while now, is like the cards literally line up. Like it comes out from different decks, the same type of cards to confirm it. And these are like thick decks, right? And yet this card flew out. So it says, insane chemistry, like each other, equally having fun. So how they see is that you possess these qualities of what I said, the Queen of Wands, and that's what like who you are. The Queen of Wands is what makes them feel that insane chemistry towards you. That you guys have fun together, you guys dance together, you guys joke around, you're playful. Like it's easy being in each other's company. Like you guys are both like God sent, what each other wished for, what each other manifested, what each other wanted from when you were young, because you guys are probably both hopeless romantics, you know? And then life and situations made you more realistic and made you think that you need to settle in love, that what you thought was possible is not possible, right? Like, you're probably a person that really loved fairy tales and believed in fairy tales, and then after you're like, no, fairy tales are not real. But then now you're coming back into your place like, no, fairy tales can be real. But you teeter totter between being like, oh, like, am I being delusional for being a hopeless romantic? Or do I need to be more realistic, right? But like now you're becoming more grounded, like, no, I'm going after chemistry and compatibility because I know it exists. So, yeah, so like they feel the passion towards you. You feel it too. Like you guys both like each other equally, and it's passionate. It's fireworks. If two people were to see you in a room, they'd be like, holy smokes! Like those people like each other. And then under King of Cups, we got. The question I asked is like, how does divine masculine feel about this connection? Addiction, and it says codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. So how they could feel is that this connection feels like an addiction, and that could be one of the reasons why they have the patience towards this. They're like, oh shoot, like let me think this through, which creates this indecision and this doubt. Like, is this just an addiction? Is this just chemistry and it's going to end horribly? Like, are we going to become codependent on each other? Is this another codependent relationship that I was just in previously? Like, and it's like, are we obsessed with each other? Is this an obsession, or is there some stability that can grow from this, right? And um like, will this be controlling? um will they be able to have restraint? Like, will they be possessive? Like, these are all the things that they're contemplating. Like, is this connection just an addiction? How do they feel about you? They feel addicted to you, they feel obsessed with you. So it's like they're scared that, is this just going to be codependent, or can this blossom into something more? Sorry, I had to cough. But they want this to be a healthy type of love. So, and then it could also be that like they see that you've gotten over these addictions. They feel that like, wow, divine feminine has let go of addictions of substances, removed them completely from their life, living a sober life, living a sober life, and they admire that about you. They see that you're wise and you're devoted, and you, this comes with the balance of your heart and mind. So it's like you've had the patience to remove these addictions from your life, and then also that you did that through balancing your heart and mind, right? Not just leading with your heart and what felt good. That you're like, no, I'm gonna work through these things and let go of these addictions that are not serving me. So it's like how they feel is like they're like proud of you for getting rid of these addictions. And yeah, that they're, but also that they're scared that like, will this be codependent because the passion is so intense that like, will we just want to be spending 24/7 and not really having our own lives, right? That's part of their indecision. And then chaser, and that's under love and nine of pentacles. So a few things is that now they're real. So maybe you were when this connection fell apart, you were the one chasing, and maybe at times like you could reach out to them, and that could be coming across as chasing as well. But it says chaser in codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue, and maybe a part of the reason why you chase them is because of your fear of abandon, because of codependency. Like, I think that both of you guys have this tendency of codependency, and you came out of codependent relationships. So um you you have this thing where that's the fear, right, of not being codependent with each other, and both of you guys could have that fear. So it's like part of the reason why you chase them is probably because of fear of abandonment, right? But I think that also another part of it is that like they can see that like maybe even if you reach out to them every once in a while, you're not technically chasing them anymore. You're more so just like, it's not like this, yes, you want to talk to them, but it's not this kind of feeling of like you need them in your life, right? Like, yeah, you want to talk to them, you want to reach out to them, you want to like bridge the gap, but you're not like in this obsessive need to have them a part of your life. You try, they don't pick up, cool, move on. You're on with the next date, right? So it's like you're not obsessing of like, oh, why didn't they even call me? Why didn't they pick up? Blah 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 blah. You're not in that headspace anymore. It's just like if you get an urge that you want to reach out, you reach out, and then you move on from that situation. So it's like, um, so they could feel that like you were the chaser in this dynamic. And then another thing could be is because they see you as this nine of pentacles, and because they have this love towards you, is they're like they want to be the chaser now. They want to chase you. They want to um, be the person that puts in the work and makes you feel wanted and loved and deserving of I don't know what to say, deserving of their, I don't know if deserving is the right way, but like they want to feel like reciprocal love, right, with you. Like they want to give and take. They don't want it to just be runner and chaser. They just want to both of you guys to pour into each other equally. Now let's pull a few more. So again, how does divine masculine feel about divine feminine? And under self-esteem and Knight of Cups, we got healthier choices. So it says making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happy. So how they feel about you is that you're making healthier choices. Like this coincides with addiction, that you've released addictions, that you're no longer chasing them from a codependent world. Like I said, you might reach out to them, but it's just to break the lines of silence, and you're not like yearning that, oh, I need to speak to them, or or feeling like this this need. Like you just want to talk to them. If they don't pick up, you move on, right? So they see that you're making healthier choices, that you're taking care of yourself, you're pouring into yourself, self-care, you're pouring into yourself with your thoughts, the way you take care of yourself, like the way you dress, the way you act, everything. You're just pouring into your self-image. And that's what's making you happier. That's what's making you feel lighter. That's what's making you feel peace. Yeah, you still get frustrated. Yeah, you still get stressed and overwhelmed, and because there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders. But at the end of the day, you're in a better headspace than what you were in before, right? Because of these, just releasing these addictions and whatnot. It takes time for you to really get to a place where you're where all those other little things that you need to work through are gonna be worked through, but you're in a better place than what you were before, right? So they see that you're making healthier choices in terms of love, like if whoever you date next is going to be a healthier partner, and you're making choices in life, like where you live, who you associate with, what you put into your body, like who you have around you, and you're just making healthier choices in life, and they see that about you. And you got the chaser and the runner. So it says runner in a, you got three things about codependence. So this is something that's really the big fear, is that you guys both probably came out of codependent relationships, and they don't want to repeat the same thing, but they see that you're making healthier choices. But the fact that you guys have this passion towards each other is what makes them scared that will we fall into that pattern, right? They see that you're making the healthier choices, but it's like this codependency is one thing that they don't want to experience again, and you don't want to experience that either. You want to be with someone where you guys both have your lives, and you guys come home at the end of the night and share your experiences that you've had throughout the day, right? So it's like runner, codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. So this is one of the reasons why they were running, is because they listened to their ego that this couldn't work, that this is just chemistry, this is just based on passion, there's no longevity towards this. So this is probably one of the reasons why they ran, and maybe that's the reason why they're still running, because they're indecisive, and maybe they're still in this hermit mode and they need more time, patience, more time to work through their self-esteem, their insecurities of they know they have this love for you, but is it a healthier love, right? So it's like they're analyzing you to see your decisions and what your actions you're taking to see like, is this the right choice for me? Am I worthy of her? And will we be codependent, or can we push each other to grow and give each other our own space to be in our independence and continue to grow as well, right? Not just be on each other's face all the time. So, and the fear of intimacy, their fear of letting you get too close to them. So they ran because they're like, this is scary. There's too much passion in this that just going to end in heartbreak. So I'm running. And they know, they feel that like you see that about them, that they were a runner. And self-indulgence is focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. This is under judgment and doubt, right? So it's like you got 2 cards about healthier choice. You got 3 cards about codependent, which is one of their fears, and then you got 2 cards about healthier choices and love. So it's like this is the indecision that's going on with them, is that they're scared that this is just going to be based on addiction. We're just addicted to each other, obsessed, possessive, passionate about each other. And the thing is, they probably came out of a relationship that was like that. I already said codependent, but possessive, jealous, obsessed with one another, not letting each other have their freedom. And they're like, I don't want that again. I'll stay in my hermit mode and be alone if it means that I'm going to go through that again, because it's not worth it. It's not worth me sacrificing my peace and my sanity to go through it again. So it's like 3 cards about, is this just going to be the runner-chaser dynamic, or are we going to overcome that? And then, but they see that you're self-indulgent and you're healthier choices, that you're focused on yourself, you're focused on becoming a better person, you're focused on taking care of yourself, you're focused on growing your mind, you're focused and determined with these cards of how they see you. You're determined to accomplish your goals, you're determined to be a better person, you're determined to overcome challenges. Like, it's like they see all these things that you're doing the shadow work, you're facing your shadow. That's why you've had your awakening already, and you probably keep having awakenings, but because you do the shadow work, because you reflect and you look within. And you appreciate, you practice gratitude, and you went into hermit mode to take that time to heal, right? So it's like they see these things about you, and that's what makes the indecision so hard, because they're like, they put you in a box, and that's probably what they feel guilty about, is they put you in a box that this is toxic, this is not healthy, that this is the karmic. And now that they've been watching you probably on social media, they're seeing like, wow, like this person transformed. It was like these addictions that they were going through, this pain of what they just got out of, that even through that they were still showing up as this amazing person. And yeah, they had some flaws and some tendencies, but if they had been there and supported you and just like communicated with you better, you guys could have worked through that together, right? Like, you guys both went through your pain, but everything happens for a reason. Patience, everything happens in divine timing, that you need to have that separation and go on your journey of healing yourselves, so that you don't come into this codependence, right? Like, you guys probably would have became codependent if you didn't go on this journey to heal yourselves on your own and stand in your self-worth, stand in your independence, and feel comfortable, because now you're at a point where you're like, I'm only allowing in those who add value to me by being there for me, supporting me, understanding me, guiding me, loving me, nurturing me, and vice versa. I'll pour in the same, right? So it's like your whole philosophy has changed, whereas before you might have just settled for breadcrumbs because there was so much passion in the relationship, and now you're like, no, not just settling for breadcrumbs, I want the whole package. So you're really standing in your self-worth, and they see that, and that's what's making them feel so guilty, that like, holy snap, like this person is not like anyone I've ever met before, and I have this insane passion towards them, and then they're this like growing divine feminine that I see having all these qualities, and I let that opportunity pass me by. So they're like, how do I come in, right? Like, they were probably in a past state of indecision, and now they're seeing all these things about you that they're like, it's not going to be codependent because of who this divine feminine has become. So I was going to end it on there, but like, I